So it's now been a full year since I have my NIO ET5. Today I'm going to be very honest with you, and in this video I'm going to be sharing everything I like about this car, what I don't like about it, and everything in between. Come on, let's do this.
It's a wondrous place when you slow it down. Throw off the rules like our shoes on the golden ground.
One of the things I like most about the vehicle, it's obviously the design. Because I'm an architect, I pay a lot of attention to design, and I feel like this vehicle is somewhat timeless. And all the vehicles from NIO have some similar lines, and you can tell that this one drinks from the same fountain, and I have this feeling that it will stand the test of time. I need to put it next to some Porsches and next to some Mercedes for you to get an idea, but it has one of those timeless designs, and I think that's one of the main points that really attracts me to the vehicle. It looks mean, it looks aggressive, it looks muscular. One of the most characteristic elements of this vehicle is that the cameras and the radars, they pop up from the top of the car. They are placed in the best optimal position so they can capture everything around the vehicle. This shark nose, this mean aggressive look, and this muscular feel, and that's what attracts me to it. From the back you see this beautiful line that breathes when the car is charging and slides in or slides out when you're turning on and off the car, and it's very impressive. But not only the outside, also in the inside you can tell that it's really well curated. I'm no expert, but you know, sometimes when you look at the vehicle and it feels like it's composed by different pieces. Here, if you follow a line, you can tell that it attaches to the front of the car, goes around the door, and ends back there next to the back seat. So everything was thought very carefully. At the same time, there are not that many elements. It's minimal, simple. Of course, that is compensated by the amount of tech, like this big touchscreen in the center console. That allows the car to be a little bit more minimal. The only thing that pops out internally is NOMI. The third thing that it's worth mentioning, it's the battery. The battery, the range, this power swap thing. NIO has this plus. The battery is swappable. I'll put a link up here of me swapping the battery, and it's extraordinary. You can just simply swap your used battery for a full charged one and continue your journey, and that takes about 3 minutes or so. So imagine that the battery technology evolves and one charge is able to give you 1,000 kilometers. Well, you'll be able to upgrade your vehicle in the future, and that, for me, that is definitely priceless and a massive bonus point. Still, regarding the quality, you have some really interesting details, as the soft closed doors and the soft open doors. So I don't need to make much of an effort to open the door. I just need to insert my hand here and the door immediately pops open. But also the soft close, the door just needs to touch a little bit. These little details, they really bring this NIO to the next step. Sadly, I lost the golden hour. Sun has gone down. What else feels good about the car? The material. We have this idea in Europe that made in China equals bad quality, and that could not be further from the truth. When you sit down inside this vehicle, you can feel that the textures, the stitching, everything is carefully detailed, and that is one of the things I love about this car. It's like everything feels so premium. And then the last thing I have to mention is actually the amount of space we have inside. It's wide, you feel comfortable, you don't feel squeezed in, everything has plenty of space, even the storage compartment. It's a very comfortable vehicle. I have to admit that I have a lot of difficulty now to go back into normal sized vehicles. This is the size that I actually need inside a car. So in light of full disclosure, I'm an architect, I'm a space designer, and although I do work for NIO, I have no relationship whatsoever with car design or anything car related. I just take care of spaces. These are my personal opinions about the car and about the vehicle, nothing related to the company. I have a lot of difficulty to find out what would I change about it. There are a couple of things that could be better, and they might seem minimal, but they do have a little bit of an influence after a year of utilizing the vehicle. Number one is this minimalism. Yes, everything is minimal. The environment, the cabin of the vehicle, it's streamlined almost to perfection. It's streamlined to such a point that some things are missing. You know that handle that we usually have here? If not in the driver's side, at least in the passenger side, that handle doesn't exist here. The other thing you will notice when you drive this vehicle, it's a direct reflection of what I said before. There's a lot of space inside the car, but also in the outside, the car is really wide. You will notice that when you go through small urban centers, you will feel that this is a fat car. Probably just as fat as the Porsche, you know, like it's a wider vehicle. It provides great stabilization when you're driving, but in return, you have a very fat ass car.
I'm curvy and I like it!
The other thing that I'm not that keen on is the map system. It works great. You have everything here that you have in Google, that's fine. I cannot pinpoint what is the issue, but I just know that it was not as intuitive as I thought. I had to get used to what is NIO telling me, and because I don't like noise, I cut off all instructions. In the first few weeks, I would get lost frequently because I was not listening to NIO giving me directions. Now it's better, I can interact with it pretty well. Just bear in mind, when you get your vehicle, you will need a little bit of time to get accustomed to it. As I reflect back to my year with NIO, I gotta say that I'm extremely impressed by its performance, reliability. Switch towards the electrical world was a game changer for me as well. I'm super happy. All those concerns about driving and range anxiety, they went out the window within a couple of days. I became more and more comfortable throughout these months and throughout the trips that I did in the Netherlands. I can't wait to do even more trips even further away, especially when you start linking those power journeys by connecting dots between power swap station to power swap station. You can cover massive lengths of territory without even stopping. Of course, you need to stop to go to the bathroom and to eat some snack, but it just allows you to extend your driving possibilities as far as you can imagine them. If you're considering jumping into an electrical vehicle, I would strongly advise you to take a look at the NIO options as well. I give you a few other videos for you to look at. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.